It's time to announce this week's Southern Tier Tuesdays winner. Congratulations to the Southern Tier chapter of GiGi's Playhouse. The nonprofit is being awarded $2,000 from Upstate Shredding and Adam and Clover Weitzman. With me this morning is Katie Whaley. She is the site manager of the Southern Tier location. Thank you so much for being here with me this morning, and congratulations.
Thank you. We're so excited to just have been nominated, so winning is just amazing.
Yeah. And so GiGi's Playhouse, there's, I want to say, a little more than 50 locations around the country. There's 7 in New York. So tell me about the Southern Tier chapter.
Yeah, so we opened up 4 years ago in May, and so we're located on the Vestal Parkway, and we are a Down Syndrome Achievement Center, which just, it means that we welcome from prenatal onto adulthood individuals with Down syndrome. We provide 100% free programming. It's educational, therapeutic, progressive. We provide one-on-one programs along with group programming, and it's just to enrich the lives of those with Down syndrome and other disabilities in our community. It's a large need, and yeah, we love seeing our participants come out, and also our parents come out and you know, getting to see their child or loved one having their lives enriched.
And so I imagine a lot of this stuff is free for individuals.
All of our day-to-day programming is 100% free. So many of our families, you know, there's enough barriers that they deal with. So it's one less barrier that, you know, when they come in, that they just come in, sign in, and have the program.
And then the Southern Tier chapter of GiGi's Playhouse, there's going to be an upcoming event at Otsinango Park on Saturday, April 29th. Tell me a little bit more about this event.
Yeah, so because we're a nonprofit and because all of our day-to-day programs are 100% free, we do 3 fundraising events a year. So in the spring, it's called the GiGi Fit Acceptance Challenge, and this is a national program, so every Playhouse puts on its own version of it. And our version, we do a competitive 5K, we do a 1-mile inspirational walk, and we'll be having a kids dash along with some family fun activities, free food. We're going to have a DJ. So it's a physical and social movement for acceptance. So, you know, we're fundraising for our Playhouse, but we're also, you know, we're going to be at Otsinango, and we're going to be spreading our mission of global acceptance for all people.
Right. And so you say acceptance. You know, why should we be thinking about that?
So historically, people with Down syndrome and disabilities have not been accepted. It's only been in the past 50 to 60 years where people with disabilities have gained any rights, have moved, you know, the awful group home situations, and we've moved forward, but we're still not there yet. We hear from our families and caregivers about different things that they still face today when it comes to, you know, people just being uneducated, and, you know, the way that you become uneducated is to become educated. So we love to educate our volunteers. They all go through different training to teach about Down syndrome, to teach about what are some things that people with Down syndrome may be facing, and how at the Playhouse, you know, how do we achieve our best of all, which is something that we try to achieve every day. So whether that's, we have a fitness program, or whether that's 10 more seconds of a plank, or 1 more push-up, or learning a new cooking skill, or whatever that might look like for an individual. So yeah, we just see that we still have a way to go with acceptance for people with Down syndrome, but also all disabilities. So that's just something we just need to keep going.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I think that's wonderful. And then maybe to expand on that and to help more people, you're also in the middle of this Support Our Build campaign to switch locations. Yeah,
so we've been at our current location since May of 2019, so we're about to celebrate 4 years of being open, and we are just like exploding. The amount of, especially adult participants, people who have graduated high school and now they're looking, you know, every day they have time and they need to fill their day with activities that are going to add to the quality of their life. And we have, you know, tons of children and babies, so we need more space. We need office space, we need one-on-one tutoring rooms, we need more programming space. So in the fall, we will be moving to the Oakdale Commons, which we're super excited for, and like you mentioned, we have our Believe in Our Build capital campaign. So we are going to be building our dream location, a place that we can grow into. So we are raising funds for that. We're grant writing for that. But yeah, it's super exciting. Even just the fact that we need more space, it's a good problem to have.
Yes, yes. So I imagine a grant like Southern Tier Tuesdays, it helps so much.
Yes, and as we're fundraising for our new space, we're still running all of our programs 5 days a week, multiple programs a day. So getting a grant like this, you know, whether we use it for the Believe in Our Build or even just our day-to-day programs that are free, it means the world.
Yeah, and so I imagine you might also need volunteers to help with some of this stuff. Can people volunteer, or how can people help with this?
Yeah, so we are a 99% volunteer-run organization, which is amazing, and people, you know, whether you've worked with people with disabilities or not, we equip you, and you're helping, but also we've seen so many volunteers who feel, you know, the positive impact of it, whether they're making friends with our participants and caregivers, or whether, like how we were talking about acceptance, realizing that maybe they haven't lived in a world that is very accepting, and that they are realizing that they can be a positive impact for that. So yeah, so we utilize a lot of BU students, which is great. Shout out to BU. They so many students who need volunteer hours, but then their lives are positively impacted. So over the summer, when we don't have BU students, you know, our current need is having summer tutors. We do one-on-one math and literacy tutoring for 3 and up. So if anybody, you know, whether you have a teaching background, have worked in a school, even if you haven't, we have training where we train all of our tutors, and it's weekly 1-hour sessions. So that is our current need, is for the summer, so we can continue to provide math and literacy, which is huge for our participants.
All right, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining me this morning. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, and so for those interested in participating in the Dash for Acceptance event, here is what you need to know. This family-friendly event will kick off with a competitive 5K run walk, followed by the opening ceremony and the Kids Dash and 1-mile inspirational walk. There will also be an afternoon of music, munchies, family activities, and an awards ceremony and presentation. For more on previous grant recipients, be sure to check out Southern Tier Tuesdays on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And to learn more about the program, head to southerntiertuesdays.com.